The best things come to those who wait, they say. Well, it's fair to say we've been waiting quite a long time for Obi-Wan Kenobi to hit Disney+, but now it has arrived from a galaxy far, far away on Earth, and it's on your screens. And do you know what? It seems like it was all worth the wait.
They're coming. Stay hidden, or we will not survive.
Hey there and welcome to Screen OD. It's great to have you on board. If you're new to the channel, my name is Tim. I'm an editor and a journalist who's been talking and writing about TV, movies and the entertainment industry for almost 15 years. If you're a returning visitor, hey, it's great to have you back. Today we're going to have some fun because we're talking about the latest Star Wars project to hit Disney Plus in the shape of Obi-Wan Kenobi. It's been quite the wait to see Ewan McGregor pull back on those famous robes, but he's done it and he's on our screens right now. Before we get going and talk about the show, just a quick reminder that if you do love TV and movies and you haven't already, please do subscribe to the channel for all the best content direct to your feed. And if you like this video, hit the like button. Right, let's talk about Obi-Wan Kenobi. Sci-fi, I think sometimes it's a bit like buses. You wait ages for one and then two come along at once, because it won't have escaped many people's notice that if you are a sci-fi fan, today is not only the release of Obi-Wan Kenobi, but it's also the release of Stranger Things Season 4 Part 1, which is quite a mouthful in itself. Both have been long awaited and both come on the same day, which means that you've got a lot of things to watch if you like that genre of television. Now, if you want to know more about Stranger Things, you can watch the video up there. But today we're talking about Obi-Wan Kenobi, and what you need to know before we start is I'm not going to get into spoilers around the series. You should go and watch it for yourself and enjoy all of the things that come. And there are lots of surprises and lots of things that you will enjoy if you're a Star Wars fan. But what I will say before we get going is that this is good.
I want every lowlife and bounty hunter to squeeze him.
Now, it's fair to say that there is a fairly large contingent of Star Wars fans, especially among the more hardcore Star Wars fans, who weren't big fans of Episode 1, 2 and 3, those prequels that George Lucas put together before the acquisition of Lucasfilm by Disney. And of course, that's where we first met Ewan McGregor's Obi-Wan Kenobi. And so, therefore, even though this is a character that is beloved, I think, by many, and a lot of younger audiences grew up watching in those prequels and probably have a different level of appreciation and different relationship with, there is definitely some trepidation amongst some people who like Star Wars about how do you bring Ewan McGregor back into this, and how will this TV series feel? How will it be connected between those prequels, and how will it be connected to the original films, which of course we know that this has to fit into, and also what will the influence be of the TV series that have been put together on Disney Plus in recent times in the shape of The Mandalorian and the Book of Boba Fett. How will all of these influences come together, and will it work? And the simple answer is it does work, and the reason it works is because it has drawn on the best parts of those prequel films. In fact, there's a feel to it that's probably a little bit more Lucas-like in the way that it comes together than perhaps The Mandalorian or The Book of Boba Fett or anything that's been created since the Disney acquisition of the series. Now, that may make some people worried, but that you shouldn't be worried, because it is the best bits of the prequels, and the real amazing cinematography from Deborah Chow, who's directed the series, has taken those ideas and made it into something completely different. But it's connected itself to that original set of films, but at the same time it feels very close to Episode 4, Episode 5 and Episode 6. It feels like a show that naturally should exist in between these two series of films, and it's a show that has to do that in order to tell the story of how Obi-Wan goes from one place to another. And Ewan McGregor also feels like he is, well, he obviously is older, but he feels like he's grown into the role, and in a very good way, because of course we know at some point he'll become the Alec Guinness version of Obi-Wan Kenobi, and now we're starting to see very much that transition go on. We pick up Obi-Wan's story with him living on Tatooine about 10 years after the events of Revenge of the Sith. He is still very much scarred by what he's seen with Anakin going to the dark side, and this is something that is still very much weighing on his mind. He is living a very reclusive existence, doing very manual tasks, but he is also overseeing the safety of a young Luke Skywalker. Now, that kind of mundane life is about to be challenged, and although he's been hiding his powers, when the inquisitors are going to come looking for Jedis on the planet, things feel like they can't stay mundane for much longer. Now, I don't want to get into spoiler territory now because you should go and enjoy the show for yourself, but when a call comes for him to go on a mission, one last mission, isn't it always, then it's time for Obi-Wan to start to rediscover himself. This tortured soul needs to pull himself together, and he needs to go on a mission which will lead him into some incredibly exciting adventures, of which we will say nothing more at this stage, but what you need to know is that this is a show that will suddenly bring this character alive. It's a show that pays homage to the original movies, to the prequels, and actually to some of the animated series that have been made in the Star Wars world as well. And all of that starts to happen very quickly once he starts going on his mission. Now, this is a show that is about one man, one Jedi, and Ewan McGregor's performance is fantastic. The way that he bridges that gap between the younger Jedi in the prequels, and he is now someone who looks like he's getting much closer to that person that we see, who's played by Alec Guinness, of course, in the original 3 films. He does this so well in the series that you've just got to see it to believe it. But his isn't the only great performance in the show. You've got Moses Ingram, who I think is a real standout star, who plays the Inquisitor Reva, who arrives and is very, very keen to find Obi-Wan. She's an excellent kind of baddie that you just want in this kind of show, who you can really hang on to and you really want to see more from. And you've got Rupert Friend, who's playing the Grand Inquisitor incredibly well. There are also some other really good performances, especially from some of the younger cast members, who I don't want to talk about too much because I think we might get into spoiler territory. This is a show that does have lots of surprises, and I think you just want to go and watch it and find out what they are in the first couple of episodes. I think from where we've started, there's a lot of excitement. There's a lot of new adventures in the Star Wars world to come over the 6-episode series. I think this is something that will please Star Wars fans of every generation who grew up watching the originals, who grew up watching the prequels, and have been introduced to the Star Wars universe in more recent times through Disney acquisitions and the new films and TV series that have come from that. So I recommend that you go and watch this Obi-Wan Kenobi series right now on Disney Plus, wherever you are. Thanks so much for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, why not think about subscribing to the Screen OD channel? Then all you need to do is kick back, put your feet up, and all the best TV and movie recommendations will arrive in your feed, and it doesn't cost you a penny. I mean, you can't say fairer than that. What do you think of Obi-Wan Kenobi? Let me know in the comments below and we can discuss it as a community. And of course, if you do like the video, I'd really appreciate it if you hit that like button so that more people get to see this content. Right, I will see you again very soon. Have a great day.